Okay, all right, guys. Let's get started. In here, I forget something. What was it? Whenever we are accepting a data from the username, we will make sure that the username exists or not. Okay, and we're gonna make sure also the email also exists or not. Okay, we're gonna make sure we're gonna have functions like here, which gonna make sure the email exists or not. So if there is anyone which is submitting a username that's already existed, we're gonna return back to the user that this username is already taken, so that you cannot use it. If it does the same thing for the email, we're gonna say this email is already taken, you cannot access it, or something like that. Okay, so these are the conditions that we're gonna validate the data there. Okay, thank you. So let's only copy and paste our index page, and because this index page contains all of the information that we need whenever we want to create a page that have the same structure like the index page, we're gonna simply and copy. Okay, we're gonna copy and paste because this is gonna be only around 7 lines of code. Okay, then I'm gonna copy and paste. Okay, then let's call the title to be registration. Okay, and for this part just let me cut this part out, and just let me refresh and go to registration here. So my page will seems like this. Will be the registration page. So for this part, I have to make my forms first. So whenever I want to make a form, I'm gonna type form. For the action, I'm gonna leave it blank because we're gonna do the server side scripting thing later. So for the method, I want to pass my data as a post method, that it will not be visible on the URL. Okay, so let me close my form here. Okay, so sweet. So let's design it using the unordered list. Okay, then we're gonna type li here, and there will be a closing li here. So let's type username. Okay, because this gotta be a required, let me put an asterisk symbol here. It will show that it will be a required input. Okay, so I'm gonna type input type, and I'm gonna make text here, and I'm gonna give it a name, and the name is gonna be username. Okay, so sweet. So before that, let me make a break line here. Let me type br. Okay, so let me copy here, and let me paste and do the field for the password. So I have to do some modification here. The first thing will be the input type will be password, so that it will not be visible. Okay, and the name as well, it's going to be a password. So I'm going to ask the user again to retype the password. Okay, so I'm going to call re-password or something like that. So for the part, it's going to be password again, but for this part, let me call it password again. Okay, the name. So let me copy and paste again, and I'm gonna fill out the first name here, first underscore name. For the type, it's gonna be a text, and for the name, it's gonna be first name. Okay, then let me paste again and type last name here, last name. Then it's gonna be text again, text, and the name is gonna be last name. I'm writing the names because this is a way that we are going to access the data which are passed through PHP. And lastly, I'm gonna type the email. The type, by the way, there is for of you guys who want to know JavaScript, I'll make JavaScript tutorials maybe if I finish these tutorials, but there is also HTML5 validation system. Like if you want an email to be inserted, you can type input type email, then it will be validated script on the client side scripting. Okay, but I'm gonna use server side, so I'm gonna make it a text. Okay, for the name, I'm gonna type email. There's one modification here. I don't want the last name to be required, so let me come here and see my form. Okay, so sweet. It have got so this is sweet forms here. The only thing left, and it's supposed to have a submit button, okay? That will allow the user to register. So let me make an input type called submit, and let me give it a value called register for the user to press this button and register. That's what we are planning to do. So this will be registered. So this is what we have done so far. We just made some damn plain forms, okay, without no data being inserted. So on the next tutorial, we're gonna before I jump to the next tutorial, I guess I have a time, and let's jump into one thing. Like, let's say to the user that if the fields are not empty, by passing post here, if it is setted, I'm gonna echo out set, okay? So it will make sure that whether the fields are set or not. Okay, just let me type something. Okay, there's something that I have to do first. If this thing is true, if this thing is false, I don't want an empty place to be setted. So let me reload, resend. It will say set here. Okay, so we are good to go. On the next tutorial, we're gonna make a validation to protect ourselves from the required fields not to be empty. Okay, so we're gonna see that thing on the next tutorial. Till we meet on the next tutorial, keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on watching, and give me comments, please, and see you guys.